Hey guys, welcome to Busy Moms Yoga. I've got a great little mini flow for us today, less than 10 minutes, really focusing on the hips and the spine, some lunges, some twists, really focusing on that lower half, but I promise you, you'll feel better in just a few minutes. Okay, so when you're ready, I have a mat. I do have some blocks today just because we're going to take a little low lunge, half split flow. Totally not necessary, but sometimes just being able to bring the ground a little bit closer makes everything feel a little better and actually could help deepen the stretch. So if you have a set of blocks, great. If not, no big deal. We'll make it work either way. So we're going to actually get started in a child's pose today. So start with your knees on the outer edge of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. I'm going to prop one of my blocks under my forehead to start today, just because we are still warming up here. And I don't know that I'm quite ready to come all the way down to the mat yet. So maybe that's something that you want to try. Totally optional. If you're taking this as part of a little combination with other classes, then maybe you're totally ready to bring that forehead down to the mat. Your choice. But let's just stay here and settle in, focusing on our practice today, focusing on our breath, setting an intention for these next few minutes that we've given to ourselves, and just enjoying the flow. Let your belly fill up. Let everything sort of hang down, fall, and melt into the mat. With each breath, you may feel yourself sinking lower. And let go of that tension. And if you have a block under your forehead like me, just remove it for now. Pick the head up. We're going to walk over to the right side. So start to inch your hands that direction and then drop your head back down. And with that left hand, you're really reaching for the front of the room. And your right arm almost drags back energetically. And you'll feel that whole left side of your body open up, creating space in between the ribs. And pick your head up, walk your hands back through center over to the left side. Same deal here, reaching for the front of the room with your right hand, energetically sliding your left hand back and creating space on the right side. Pick the head back up, walk the hands back in towards center. Start to shift your weight forward nice and slow into a tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we'll take it to some cat-cows here. Spread your fingertips out nice and wide. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your gaze, and exhale, pushing away with your hands, rounding that spine, chin to chest. And let's take 4 or 5 rounds here. Move at your own pace, your breath, filling up the lungs with each inhale and emptying them out with each exhale. Start to engage the core on your cat pose, squeezing that belly button into your spine. And let it feel good. Maybe take one more round. And then rejoin me in that tabletop position. Nice flat back, as if you could balance a glass of water right on the center of your back. Tuck the toes, send the hips up and back, downward dog. Any movement that you may need here, maybe just pedaling the legs out to start. Pushing with the tips of your fingers into the mat, feel your back start to turn on. Lift the right foot up and back just a bit. Doesn't have to go super high just yet. Squeeze the core, bend that right knee. And on the exhale, we're going to step right foot in between your hands in that low lunge position. Totally optional. If you want to drop the left knee down, your choice. Maybe play around with it a little bit and see what feels good for you. Maybe grab your blocks in that low lunge if that feels good, just kind of elevating your entire torso a little bit, sending the heart forward. Nice big inhale here in your low lunge. And on the exhale, I'm going to lower my block here. Drop the weight into your left hand. And bring your right hand and your gaze up towards the sky for this nice little low lunge twist. Sorry about my back here for a second. Always an option to drop that knee down if you're more for the stretch here today, your choice. And bring that right hand down to meet the left. Scooch your right foot up a little bit closer to the top of your mat. Still maintain that knee over ankle alignment. But this way here, we have a little more space in this hip flexor as we start to shift the hip back and straighten out that right leg, pointing the toes up towards the sky. So this is that half split I was talking about. Blocks or no blocks, totally your choice. Try to send the heart forward a little bit here just to really turn on that hamstring, hinging at the hips instead of rounding the spine. And let's take it to a bit of a flow. Inhale in that low lunge. Feel that good stretch of the hip flexor here. And exhale, sending the hips back. And now you'll feel that right side hamstring turn on. A couple more times just like that. And rejoin me in that low lunge. I'm going to move the blocks out of the way, tuck my toes, frame my right foot with my hands, and step back to that downward dog. I'm going to stay here for a breath. Any movement that you may need to take again, maybe pedal the legs, start to feel some sensation in those legs. Left leg comes up and back this time. Bend that left knee. And stepping that left foot this time in between the hands for that low lunge. Same options here. Can drop the right knee down. Option to grab your blocks. Whatever feels good for you. Sending that heart forward. Nice big inhale here. And then drop the weight into your right hand. And let's take it to that lunge. Knee up or knee down. Your choice. Really twisting around your spine. Lifting your gaze up to meet your hand if that feels okay on your neck. And on the next exhale, bring that left hand back down to your mat or to the blocks. Shimmy that left foot up towards the top of the mat again if you can. And on the exhale, send the hips back. Left toes point up, half split. And let's take that to a flow. Inhale, coming forward. And exhale, half split. And the next time you come forward into that lunge, let's just stay there. Moving the blocks out of the way, frame the left foot, step back to that downward dog. And start to walk your toes up to meet your hands. Stay here, hanging heavy in this forward fold. And maybe grab opposite elbows, give yourself a little sway side to side for ragdoll. Release any tension in the head and the neck. Feel the hamstrings really turning on here. And release the hands back down to the mat. Nice and slow, soft bend in the knees. We rise up one vertebrae at a time. And head and shoulders last to arrive. Roll the shoulders back a couple times. Join me in just a couple quick breaths before we close out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift the gaze. And exhale. One more time. And exhale. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you feel that nice opening in the hips and the hamstrings in the back. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Follow me on Instagram at Busy Moms Yoga. I'll let you know whenever I drop some new videos. Stay cool out there. It's summertime in Connecticut and it is a scorcher this week. So wherever you are, keep it cool. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.